waste fund dumpsters. Actual to actual, we are down 4,700, but actual versus budgeted, we're up 26,000. In the collection fees, actual to actual, we're up over 100,000, and actual to budgeted up 35,000. Actual up 21,000, and that's also the same compared to the budget. Next, we'll go into the fund summaries. Again, this is the general fund. You can see where our beginning fund balance over here is the 23 million. Added revenues of a little over 12 million. We've had expenditures of, I can't read that, of 9 million, and then capital outlay of a little over, well, just under 4 million. And then there's our ending fund balance. The next slides are
Just a question.
Yep.
On the general fund, the revenues, we've only received 49%, yet we're at September. Why?
a lot of that is due to the grant revenue.
Okay.
So we end up expending that throughout the summer, and then we have to, and as a point, with the government shutdown, we have money requested from the EPA grant as well as the EDA. Till the government opens back up, we haven't seen that. So that's, and this will happen every year, just because of the construction tends to happen in the summer, and then we have to file quarterly. So by the time that, but it should be in before the end of the year, and then hopefully, like I said, same thing with the federal government.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. The next slides are the breakout of the revenue, and like I said, so you can see that in the intergovernmental, that's where we're down, where we're still waiting for a big chunk of the revenue coming in. And also, what's reflected in here is the business park acquisition. All of the expenses went out in September. We did not receive the reimbursement till October. So there's a mismatch until that comes in. So the October numbers will look different with that coming in. And going into the next one, the capital projects fund. Again, here's our beginning fund balance of the 521, added revenue of 174,000, expenditures of 140, and then ending fund balance of 555,242. And then in our museum fund, beginning fund balance is the 522,000, added revenue of 501,000, expenditures and capital outlay of 472,000, and an ending fund balance of 552,000. And then in the water fund, beginning fund balance of 7,432,000, and we've added revenues of 3,695,000, expenditures and capital outlay of 5,158,000, and then leaving an ending fund balance of 5,969,000. In the wastewater fund, beginning fund balance of 3,674,000, and added revenues of 2,298,000, expenditures of 1,581,000, and then we have an ending fund balance of 4,391,000. Solid waste fund, beginning fund balance of the 1,718,000, added revenues of 1,698,000, expenditures and capital outlay of 1,308,000, and ending fund balance of 2,108,000. Then in our medical benefits fund, beginning balance of 537,000, added revenues of 2,167,000, expenditures of 2,195,000, and we have an ending fund balance of 509,000. And in the Craig Housing Authority, we had a beginning fund balance of 678,629, and we've added revenues of 6,455, expenditures of 3 million, and an ending fund balance of a negative 2,322,000. In the Cura fund, beginning fund balance of 167,765. We added revenues of 138,000, so that was the tax increment that came in from URA 1, so that did fund in this month into the September financials. Expenditures of 20,000 and an ending fund balance of 285,000. In Colatrust, our ending fund balance is $27,350,515.96. In CSAFE at the end of September, ending balance is $221,701.04. And then the remaining slides are the capital projects up through September and where those stand. Anybody else have any additional questions?
Mindy, I see your note on here, the additional marijuana tax through August is 50,000 to the museum and 50,000 to the library.
That is correct. We were capped at the 100,000, so we did meet that at the end of August, so no more additional sales tax will be coming in.
I've had multiple contacts in the community. It's mainly all from the library side, saying they have not seen that money.
Okay, we issue checks each month. When we do the transfer to the museum, we issue the checks to Moffett County Finance. That was where we were directed to send the checks, and they receive them each month, and they have been cashed. I'm not sure what happens or how
On
the
the
county
county
treats it
side.
once they receive it.
And that's what I told them, they need to check with
Michelle,
the
with the board, what do you
Yeah,
guys?
our understanding is that the county is holding it until the end of the year to kind of see where the balance lands,
Okay,
but it is designated to the library.
Okay.
so the board
a little
knows that now?
funky.
Because I just had somebody
Yeah,
on the board tell me they haven't seen it. So,
I was not at last week's board meeting,
Okay.
but I've been at all the other board meetings, and it's been a conversation Mindy and I have had several times.
And I've
I
also
update.
received the same calls from board members, the public, and have directed them to the Moffett County Finance Director for the answers, because, again, we don't control what happens once it hits the county side or how they appropriate or what they do. But we have issued the checks, and they have received 50,000.
okay, cool.
We brought it up a couple times in joint services as well, and we've kind of been told the same thing, that they budget the money, you know, they provide the money that's budgeted for that year, and then whatever comes in, year end will be sent over, supposedly. So we'll keep track on that as well. Because our fear was that they were going to use that money to decrease the
Decrease the
original
budget, yeah, that's what I
Well,
was wondering.
that's exactly
It
what
should
I'm,
be what the original budget is,
Plus.
plus that. So
right, cool. All right, good.
we're all investigating it, and hopefully we'll find the answer.
I did not make a political statement there. Okay, any questions for Mindy? Good breakdown again, as usual. Hearing none, let's move on to 10B, Water Wastewater Director Carl Ray to present the water and wastewater reports for July through September. Mr. Ray.
Good evening again. So you see that we've kind of changed our format and we're going to quarterly reporting. So for the water department, we remained in compliance with state and federal water quality and reporting requirements, met our pressures and flows, worked on certifications and recertifications. We performed required maintenance, took care of the operations at Elkhead Reservoir. The 10th Street Water Main Replacement Project was complete. Had a final walkthrough on that, and we're in the closeout portion of that work right now. So we had 10 water main breaks, one requiring a new 8-inch valve and 40 feet of new main pipe. The water staff and wastewater staff both worked on a sewer leak in Mac Lane and Mariana Way. That's a 15-inch sewer main, so it required quite a bit of coordination to try and get that repaired. We found that due to the water line project, they had to cross that sewer line and found that it was leaking, so we didn't know that we had a failure right there. It was good that we found it and corrected it. So for water, we produced 255 million, almost 256 million gallons of drinking water, an average daily production of 2.7 million gallons. And then as far as the activity, primarily with distribution, line locates, third quarter, 408 locates, 204 hours spent on that, 40 hydrants flushed, 115 valves worked, turn off, 45 turn-offs or turn-ons, the 10 water breaks mentioned, 8 service line repairs, 9 upgraded meters, 2 frozen meters. It's amazing. We always find frozen meters after the fact, even in the summer. So because we find that the readings are not changing, or note other things on the meters and find out that they had been previously frozen and
Is
were
that,
not
so
working
they're
correctly.
frozen in winter, or they just?
Frozen in the winter.
Frozen in winter, just-
Frozen in the winter and show up in the summer. So
Turn on.
Yeah.
16 MXUs replaced, 2 meter pits removed, and 1 new tap. And then final reads and shut-offs, I guess 32. We're down a lot from when we used to handle the shut-offs differently, as far as, when we changed our policy, and you guys, I think most of the council is aware of that. So it's kind of changed how things are working, and so I think we have less turn-ons and turn-offs and less problems collecting. I'm sure that Ms. Elliott can speak to that as well. So
On water breaks,
Yeah.
you have 6 year-to-date versus 10 in third
Oh,
quarter,
that-
so what do you think?
What's your,
What's your total?
the total is, that's a typo. I don't remember what the total is.
Okay, but it's,
Sorry about
it's
that.
at least more than 16?
Oh, yeah, much more.
Okay.
so 10 for the quarter, is that high or
The-
normal?
I'd say that's kind of normal, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, are there any other questions on water?
Nope.
Okay, hearing none. So for wastewater, again, we met state and federal regulations and performed our maintenance, treated an average of 892,000 gallons of wastewater per day over the duration of the quarter. Received and treated 14,250 gallons of hauled waste. Biosolids were, the drying was completed and land application was completed. The North Clarifier project, the media blasting, correcting structural deficiencies, and recoating of the steel was completed. And that project is in the closeout phases too. I'm not sure if we're waiting on anything for that. I think we're pretty much closed out on that at this point. And the aeration part of the treatment plant got the new emergency generator. And so that is still being connected, but it is in place and about 90% ready for use. So we'll be seeing that come online pretty soon. The water and wastewater generators need to be commissioned by Smith Power Products, who supplied them, and they need to do both of them at the same time. So they'll come out for 1 whole week to do that commissioning. As far as the wastewater collection system, 204 hours to perform 408 locates, 89.5 hours hydraulically clean 5.8 miles of sewer main as part of the annual cleaning program, which included also the routine trouble spots. Collection system corrective action. We've responded to backup complaint at 847 Washington. It was determined to be a homeowner's issue. Another backup complaint at 1960 B Street, and determined to be a homeowner's issue. And 2 hours backup complaint at 590 Fifth Avenue West, and again determined to be a homeowner's issue. So in all these cases, we will hydraulically clean and video inspect and determine that we didn't have any issue in the city side.
If it's a homeowner's issue, do you bill them for your time to check any of all that?
No,
Okay.
no, it's, I guess you can call that a community service, so. So, and one final one, that was an issue with the plumber. But yeah, we respond to a lot of those, and sometimes it's better if they call us first and we go out and respond and make sure that the city infrastructure doesn't have a problem. Because if our infrastructure has a problem, it does damage a lot more quickly than a customer service line would. So, I mean, there's benefit to it, but we do spend time investigating all those. And we assisted other departments and analyzed Maybell samples. And the sewer line in the office building and shop at wastewater was replaced and much needed. We're very thankful for that. So the entire sewer service line was replaced underneath the building and out into the shop, and was very much needed. It was completely non-functional. The pipe was damaged and had holes in it, and in some cases was corroded about completely. So the pipe was completely occluded, so very much needed improvement.
Even at the sewer plant.
Even at the sewer plant, yes, it was a cast iron pipe, so. And we received our compliance evaluation inspection. It went well. At this point, we do not believe there will be any findings from that. That's what's been indicated to me by the state, but we don't have the final report yet.
Okay. Thank you, Carl. Any questions?
Carl, where are the dried biosolids being applied to now?
Property out north of town, yeah.
I was just lucky enough to be stuck behind the truck a couple times last week, so.
Okay. Yeah, it's at Moon Farms.
Okay, further? No, hearing none. Thank you, Carl. Let's move on to closing remarks and informational items. Council, any?
I just wanted to, oh, go ahead. No. I just wanted to let the council know and thank Janelle Linscomb, who's a candidate and has been here the last 3 meetings, and Denise Kleinschmitz, who is here tonight. Them being here in person, I think, says a lot. That's it.
I just had one more thing, Mayor. I believe the Road and Bridge Department came and took the sign, the yard sale sign, and they are working on that, and we're hoping, I'm assuming that'll go back up sooner than later, or we obviously won't now need it until springtime most likely, but I had some residents reach out and just kind of wondering where the yard sale sign had gone that was there on the corner, where Big O is, and so that is being worked on and will be put back in commission, so just wanted to let the community know that.
Well, I just say thank you for the camps for doing that originally.
Yeah.
And then Road and Bridge for fixing whatever broke it, I guess, so,
I think it's at Parks right now, isn't it?
yeah, in parts, huh? Okay, well, hopefully it'll be up soon, because the cardboard boxes all around town, and, you know, that were getting quite out of control there for a while, so. Anyway, anything else? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Councilmember Looper made a motion to adjourn, seconded by Councilman Duran. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?